Well, knocked out of another trophy within a week. I can't really say it's really that bad, because if you think of it, right, we beat Chelsea the other week with a weakened side. We beat Man United. Then we got beat by AC Milan, but then we come back and we beat Fulham. Now, again, we played last night with a weakened side still. We haven't got the subs on the bench. We've got players that have hardly played Premier League football before this season, and they're playing and they're having to do the job for our first team choice players. So when it comes down to it, these players are not used to playing this many games. The players we've got are playing nearly every game. So players are getting injured, players are getting tired. Gordon got stretchered off last night. The Fulham game, we had Joe Linton go off, Shah go off. We're getting battered, absolutely battered. So yes, I am disappointed we've lost, but I'm proud of our players for what they're doing. It's unbelievable what they're actually doing. They're playing so well, considering they're not a full strength side. Players like Miley's come in and he's playing out of his skin. Last night he did it again. Livramento, he done it again last night. Trippier, yes, made the mistake. They got the equaliser right at the death. But our team was tired. Chelsea was battering us. They could have scored at any time if it wasn't for Dubravka and Gameras being on the line and stopping the ball going in. If it wasn't for them, we would have lost that game in normal time anyway. I think it's just by the grit of our team that our defence kept them out, because they were absolutely battering us. You look at the match stats, right? You look at the shots on target. They had 15 shots, altogether. We had 4 shots. They had 4 on target, we had 2. Now, 78% of the possession was with Chelsea. Now, you have 78% of the possession. That's more than what Paris Saint-Germain had of us. We had 22% possession. Yeah, passes 861 to 241. Pass accuracy of 90% to them, 70% with us. 9 fouls for Chelsea, 11 for us. 4 yellow cards, 2 for us. No reds. They had offsides 6 times. We had no offsides against us. 7 corners they had. We had 1. So it just shows, what is going on. We ain't the team that we were at the beginning of the season, because we're so depleted. You look at the yellow cards, right? That we had. Let's have a look at the lineup, right? You've got the lineups, right? Now we started with Dubravka, second choice goalkeeper, good enough to play. Emil Kraft, yes, he's a good player, but he's been out injured. He's come back, so he's not fully game headed, but he done really well. You got Lascelles, he's not even second choice. He's more of a third choice at the moment, but he's there as first choice now because he's having to. Botman's just come back. Got to be careful. You don't want to get him injured again. Livramento, yes, played for Southampton, but didn't play that much. He's having to step his game up playing for us. Miley, new player, come in fully this season because of the injuries. He wouldn't have got in the side. if the players weren't injured, he'd have been a bit part player this season, but he's not. He's getting dragged into the team because we haven't got anyone there. With Joe Linton getting injured the other day, Guimaraes got booked, Longstaff, absolutely fantastic. As far as I'm concerned, played well. Not much else he could have done. Almiron, he was running around like a jackrabbit. He's just literally everywhere. He was putting in a right good shift last night. Not his fault he didn't get a chance to score. Wilson, his goal, brilliant. Mistake by the Chelsea player. He got in on it, put it in. You can't blame that. He got booked as well. And then Gordon. Now that challenge by Caicedo from behind, right down the back of his flipping leg, absolutely ridiculous. The one thing I'm glad he did is when he noticed that Gordon was down, when he got the ball, he did put it out of play because he knew that he the one that caused the injury. And in the end, Gordon had to go off because he couldn't carry on. He was gone. That's another injury. We'll find out hopefully in the next couple of days now if that's him out or not. But I'm hoping not because we got Luton on Saturday and we've already got a lot of injuries for up front, midfield. We can't afford any more. But you look at their bench. It's unbelievable. There's millions. There's 400 million, 500 million or more worth of players who was on that pitch. And then you brought on, players on after substitutes. It was something like 300 million worth of substitutes brought on or more. We didn't have that on the bench. It was unbelievable. But it went to penalties. Trippier maybe took the wrong choice. And basically say he just totally missed. He didn't even put the keeper under pressure. And that I think that was it. The penalties was lost from there. Chelsea players weren't going to miss. And then Matt Ritchie took his. And I always say though that left footers shouldn't go for goal. Shouldn't take penalties. You got to be a right footer to take a penalty. To me, I think left footers are just they signal too much. And the player, the goalkeepers know which way to go. Nothing against Ritchie. It's not his fault. But if the guys are not stepping up to take the penalties, then that's not his fault. He's just stepped up, took the chance. We were 3-2 down at that point anyway on penalties. We were 4-2 down, sorry. Ritchie went to take it. Nothing else we could do. He missed. Game over. Our League Cup campaign for another season's gone. But I got to be proud of our players though for the way they've played. To get to the quarterfinals, we beat Man United, we beat Man City, so we can give ourselves our team a slap on the back, I should say, and give a round of applause because at the end of the day, if this was our team under Bruce, we'd have been out in the first round as soon as we played Man City. We wouldn't have got through. But Eddie Howe has tried to install a grit in us, in our team, to say, come on guys, we can do this, we can do this. We were just so unlucky last night, got into injury time and they scored. And it's happening a lot with us. That's how we lose things. But I can see our team is tired. The way they were battered us last night, Chelsea, as you can see, the possession they had was unbelievable. So they were bound to score at some point. It's just I thought it was going to be a lot earlier the way they were playing. It was unbelievable the way they were playing. So Luton on Saturday, I'll do a video for that for Saturday. But you know, look at our all-time against Chelsea League Cups. We've played them 6 times in the League Cup and we've only beat them once. So they've beaten us 5 times in the League Cup. You know, FA Cup, we played them 12 times. They've won 7, we've only won 3, and we drew 2. So, you know, Premier League, we've never had a really good thing against them. You know, we've only beaten 15 times, 13 draws, 29 losses. So our recent history hasn't been that good against them, except for that last game in the league where we beat them. You know, and no one expected that, but we did, and that's where we needed it. We did do it in the Premier League. So I suppose going out the League Cup, going out of Europe, we can concentrate now on Premier League and the FA Cup. Sunderland now on the 6th of January, going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be a Saturday dinner time kickoff, or lunchtime kickoff, whatever you want to call it. But I can't wait. I really cannot wait for that game. So yeah, so the next few games now: Luton Saturday, Nottingham Forest on Boxing Day, and Liverpool New Year's Day. And that's going to be a late kickoff. That's going to be an 8 o'clock kickoff on New Year's Day. So guys, thanks for watching my video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you at the weekend with another video for the Luton game. Thanks guys, speak to you later. Ta-da.